we are back inside the 2755 flail, and we're looking over the chain. These have got a week's worth of work on them, week's worth of wood. And what we had done was we had, this is our normal Wallingford square chain, and this is some stuff that Moorburg wanted us to give a little try. So, what do I think? Well, that steel on these is definitely a little softer. They had the square corners on them, and obviously they wore off. I mean, all the way up into there. The edge is kind of gone. And they wore right down to the same length as all the used ones, all the way across. So these are down to all 5-link chain, all the way across, all the way down 5s. I mean, just all 5s, perfect all the way down. So like this row here, what do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s on that one, 7s on that one, 7s on that one, 7s on that one, and the inside ones are 6s, and that's a 6-link. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. We have more chain on these left than we do. We got all 5s all the way across. In the next row we got 7s and 6s. So I could tell when we started running this right after they were new. I wish I would have got a video. We were working on something down there. I looked in here, and this stuff was kind of, when it was a full 8-link still, it was kind of bent back, kind of the direction that it hits the chain. It wasn't sticking straight out when they were full 8-link. So you can kind of tell it was a little bit softer steel. It's not quite as hard as the other stuff we're looking at. So one thing I did find out is this is a bigger diameter chain in this one. Those will barely fit in there when they're new. These slide right in there, no problem. These would barely fit. If you put it in the middle where it's less wore in the pocket, it's hard to see. It wouldn't fit in the middle at all, but it'd get stuck. So a little bigger diameter chain than the Wallingfords, but it just, I don't think it's quite as hardened as the other foil chain. So that's what we're kind of dealing with. I think, Josh, I got 5s on all these squares, and the next row of these I got 6s and 7s.
It's actually, ooh, 3, 4, 5. Beans.
I don't think they did that well. They don't seem to. I'm not sure. Did they weld that edge on there? If you look at this, it looks like they almost welded that.
Even the edge, which doesn't see as much.
I'm just looking at it. It looks like. Does it look like they welded that corner on?
Somehow, yeah.
It's not like an actual square chain. It's like they welded that edge on.
Which would seem like that'd be a lot of work. Maybe I don't know how they would have made it square.
I'm not sure, but it looks like they. I'm not smart, but I've dealt with a little bit of flail chain. But see, these, like I said, these are a little longer. Our theory was this has 4 spots of wear, 4 corners that it wears out, and these have 2. That's where our thinking comes from. We could be wrong, but I know that this does better on debarking in the winter, especially than a Peerless chain, which is why we switched to these. We put them on in the winter, and you immediately saw a difference in your bark coming out the conveyor and the size of the bark coming out. In the middle of winter, that's when the bark holds on the tightest. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. But you put new chain in the bottom last night.
Yeah.
Squares, or ours or theirs?
Old used stuff.
Oh, okay. Are we out of chain?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be as soon as I use up all them 9s.
Well, there's a problem. Tariffs.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard.
What do you do?
Yeah, but it's gonna make things better.
Well, it should have been done a long time ago.
That's very
That's
true.
the problem. Is we're dealing with it now, but it should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, we're fixing something.
We're fixing something that should have been fixed a long time ago.
It'll
We're
hurt
gonna
for a little
adjust.
while. It'll hurt for a little while, but
Yeah,
it'll make America great again.
hey. Here we just got into politics in here. So
Just wanted to get that in there.
Josh wanted to throw it in there. So what Josh is going to do here over the next couple days is he's replacing all these. That one's not that bad, but like that one's worried now. They got steel in there too.
Yeah.
So what you got to do is take off all them bolts. This is Brian bringing a welder and a bunch of nuts. You got to do it. You got to weld nuts on something like that mushroom to get all those off. Time, it just takes time and money, all it takes. So that's a little bust on going there. You'll fix all that, and we're gonna just keep rolling, even with steel tariffs going bonkers.
Are we gonna? Is that something we should look into placing?
That feed wheel,
Yeah.
that feed wheel, what happens, the way it is now, do you have chain ticking it?
Not really.
If you put a new feed wheel in that,
Is that where it hits?
that's where it hits, because they'll stretch. They'll stretch out a little bit, and they'll start smacking that feed wheel. So what you have done is you've wore the feed wheel in to where them 9s won't hurt that no more. Because when I was running it, you'd run it for about 3 days, and you'd have to replace them. And then I'd use those 9s on the bottom and replace the top
Right.
ones.
Well, I never had to do that a whole ton. It would tick sometimes.
But it don't take now at all. We got it where we want it.
Well, yeah, it still will tick every now and then, but not like when you were doing it.
Yeah. It's because she's wore in. Now what I'd do is I'd take a
File.
cutoff wheel
Yeah.
and cut that so that it was a little better edge.
Yeah.
Or a torch or a plasma cutter. Plasma cutter would work. But that's what I would do. She's a little beat up there. Self-destructing. We just wearing her in though. Like a brand new Detroit diesel motor. Just break her in. She'll come around. But so you're
I
fixing.
thought it was in here or something.
It might.
I didn't know where it was in.
No. There's supposed to be rubber here too.
Yeah, I know. But
It did hit. That's why that's gone.
yeah, they didn't fix that like in time. So
This,
that,
I
that-
just cut that off. Take these right out. Because the chain, I don't think's.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Hitting it
I
now.
want you to look at how this flail's going up and down,
Oh, I can tell you what's wrong.
because I'm wondering if that might be broke again.
I looked at it the other day. The weld's broke on the shaft.
On the shaft.
Where the shaft bolts to the.
The hub of it, basically.
Well, yeah, you got that flat piece of steel that goes around the shaft that bolts to the side. That's broke. So it's not moving with this. It's in there moving like this until it catches the top of the bearing and then it goes up. Yeah, that's broke too.
Yeah, I've noticed it. I noticed it looked like it was moving weird, and then I watched it more and like, I bet
Yeah.
that axle's broke.
I don't think it's broke. I think it's just
Or
busted
something,
off.
some part of it.
The axles disconnect. The shaft's disconnected from your hood.
Axle.
It's not an axle. The shaft. The yoke shaft is disconnected from the hood. So the hood's lifting up and it's got a little bit of a variance there. See how I'm using them big words?
Yeah, I know.
I know. That's what's going on.
Is that your word of the day?
Variance? That's a good word of the day. Variance is kind of close to vacation.
Not close enough.
No, that's for sure.
I'm gonna dig that out.
Yeah, there is some chain hitting that though. Right here.
Yeah, I see that.
I'd cut that off. I don't know what the point of having that is. Just when you had that rubber there, they probably put that there to protect wood from knocking that off, maybe. But if there's nothing there, then we don't need it on there. I'd just take all that, torch that right off, pop that out, just keep rolling. That's all I do. That's all I do. No. Then you got some swivels to fix up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something in that feed wheel platform there.
I've never been a fan of that electrical.
Nah.
Never been a fan of that electrical line run like it is. It's always worried me. There's a lot of wires running through there that are kinked off. It seems like they'd have just moved that hoop over here more. I don't know nothing, no. I'm just John Boy. I'm just that chipper guy. But that's the change lemon. I'm gonna just keep rolling.
I'm gonna fix some of this, these rubber guards.
Yeah, that's what that.
Sweet DeWalt drill.
You stole my. I was looking for that the other day. I have to use a stupid Ryobi electric drill. You stole mine.
I didn't steal nothing.
I'm in Chicago and you're stealing my tools.
I didn't steal nothing.
You borrowed my tools for the last year. We're going over a year now. You've
All
had
you
my
gotta do
tool.
I tell you what. I will set it in that tree house. You can come get it.
I got to pick up that treehouse too. Anybody have a car hauler out there and a crane? I need it to move Josh's treehouse to my house.
That playhouse.
You got that hot tub fired up yet?
Not yet.
Uh-oh, who is it?
Hello.
Uh-oh, who is it? Oh, that's an important phone call. He had that look on his face. He just got real serious. But, no, that's kind of the chain. What was kind of going on with the chain. Yep. So we'll catch everybody later, and I'm not sure what was going on there, but this stuff is definitely harder than this stuff. And he's not due for chain yet, but he'll need chain here shortly. Put some more in it. Be in it to win it. Exactly what we're trying to do. Make clean chips and make a whole lot of that crap bark. Before you know it, all of our leaves will be gone and our bark pile will be a lot less. She's starting to turn. Thanks for watching. Just keep rolling. We'll catch everybody later. Josh is serious phone call mode, so we got some drama going on. Probably not. We'll catch everybody later. Thanks so much for watching.